Hey, how we doing, everybody? I forgot to turn the mic off then, so probably you heard me bustling around and cleaning stuff up. I haven't got my light on and, oh dear, it's all going pear-shaped today. How are you doing anyway? I think Tim's in first and Aaron. Yeah, it's absolutely blowing again. I've just had to rush out and stack all the aluminium chairs up because it's blown them down the garden. Mad. Find service data on a Roberts 9906. Didn't I work on one of those, Tim? I think Derek may have sent me a couple of those. If you search through my channel, you might be able to find some info on those, but I don't think I got a service manual, if it's the one I'm thinking it is. Matamley, hi Joe. Ben's in. Pretty chilly in Scotland, I expect it is up there. Afternoon, Derek. Mac Vision's in. Bob's in. Hi, Bob. You finished the RP75MB. Whoa. Yeah, they are my favourite radio, really. I love those things. Really nice radios. And you've got the MB version as well with a little tuner on the top. Very nice. Very nice too, Bob. You'll have to send me a couple pictures so we can have a look. Afternoon, Rob. Rob Tiveridge. Oh, and Rob's Radio Room. Thank you for the super chat there, Rob. Thank you very much, mate. And I hope you're okay. Tom's in. Hi, Tom and Susie. Just catching up. Oh, hello, big jump. Afternoon, Rob. In time, Rob Head, that is. We got 3 Robs in today. That's going to be confusing, isn't it? And we've got the Man Cave Workshop. Sean, the return of the caveman. How you doing, mate? We've got Benji in. Hi, Benji. Jeff. Murat, how you doing, mate? From Istanbul. Thank you. Love all of my viewers. You fixed your own power supply, Benji. Well done, mate. I seem to be running over things again, you know. Something is dangling on the floor. There's nothing worse when you've got a swivel chair than running over dodgy cables. Right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way because I've been messing about this morning. That's why I'm a little bit out of sorts, really. Been trying to fix a very pesky R2, not R200. ICF 2001D at the moment for a customer, and it's decided it doesn't want to play ball at all, really, which is, you know, I'm not overly happy about it, but there we are. We're on air. We are on air. We are on air. Dids is in. No finger. We've been to Liddell this week and there's no finger in Liddell. No finger in Liddell. So I've had to go with some weird stuff. Some weird stuff. In fact, I was gonna have an energy drink, but I don't know how they can call it an energy drink because there's no calorific content in it whatsoever. So there is no energy. Well, it says 4 calories per 100 ml. So that's not really an energy drink, is it? Sugar free, that's why. Not very energy. Hi, Gerard, how are you? Well, I've had to substitute it for some Purple Panther and some Patronus wheat beer. Nature rub. I think that means natural. It looks like more like a nature rub. I'm not sure what that would be. But German wheat beer. It is good stuff. It's got sediment in it, so I've had it sort of stood upright for a couple of days, so shouldn't be too nasty. But we've got one of those going in. Oh, high levels of caffeine, really? Doesn't say there's any caffeine in it. There's got to be though, isn't there? Yeah, there is. But it's not one of the first ones. Normally if it's got some high levels, the higher the level, the earlier it comes up in the ingredient list, isn't it? It's a stimulation drink. Added caffeine, taurine and vitamins. So it's a stimulation drink, not an energy drink, I would say. So the caffeine doesn't give you energy as such, does it? It just keeps you awake. Wild power. Oh dear. Zapping. Yeah. Zapping and capping, Sean, that's what it's all about. Derek Taffman, how you doing, mate? It is cold here. Well, as you can see, I've got like a rugby top on today, so I've got a collar up. That's a bit chavvy, isn't it? Let's get the collar down. How's that? That's a bit better. Less chavvy. AX6000S Stereo Master. Nice one, Benji. Graham wearing a neck brace. I could do with one. I've got lots of braces. Rob and Bob. That's really... Are you a Philips D8444 radio? It's broken, you can't get it fixed. There is no master. It would be great if you were in Istanbul. Yeah. Yeah, you can always send it over at Murat, but it'd be expensive. Being stylish. No, I just literally chucked it on this morning because I thought, God, it's a bit chilly. I'm not going to put a t-shirt on today. I'm just going to chuck a rugby top on. Mrs. Cruncher's all right. She's off. She's had to shoot into work again today, so. But still off with the back. The back is getting better. Like each week it gets a little bit better. I've been out this week walking with the dogs with Mrs. Cruncher. So I started going out doing a bit of walking again, which I think is helping. It's loosening it up a bit. So still not sleeping great, but you know, what the hell? It's better than it was. It's better than it was. So I'm hoping week after next that I will be back fighting fit to work. But Mrs. Cruncher don't really want me to go back, to be fair, but unfortunately in these times we can't afford not to go. So have to do what we can. All stylish with a popped collar. Stimulation and energy drinks is the same in your book, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when you look at the normal energy drinks, the sugars content is massive in them. But, you know, I don't know. I know nothing. Yeah, very nice dids. It's a cracking bit of kit, mate. It does a lot more than I use it for. You can hook it up to the computer and do curve tracing and all sorts. It is a great bit of kit. Just diodes, it'll do Zeners, it'll do loads and loads. You can check voltage regulators out with them, 3-pin ones. Anyway, best get the Patronus in. For some reason, my Stream Deck is looking very, very pale today. It's normally really bright, so it's like almost like the power supply is not plugged in, or Don't know. Should be. Mind you, wouldn't surprise me if I've unplugged it accidentally, but so we might lose. So there we are. Patronus. Patron. It's like my Patreons. It's Patreon beer. Still no beer sponsors, but you know. So yeah, this is German wheat beer, and if you've ever had it, it's sort of cloudy. It's not really. Yeah, it is very cloudy. You can't see through it, but it does taste quite nice. I quite like it. So that's what's going in the Radiocruncher beer pot today to start with. You probably should have kept it. Yeah, it should have been in the fridge really. That's a bit of a mistake, that. So it's going to be a bit too hot. I should have probably not cracked this one and put it back in the fridge. Yeah, it's feisty. Whoa! So there you are. That's today's beer of choice. Beer sponsors. Yeah. You never know, Aaron. You never know, mate, do you? No worries, thanks. Weiss beer, yeah, it is good stuff, Gerard. I don't think it's overly strong. It's quite a nice taste to it. How strong is it? 5%, so, you know, it's up there. But it was cheap. It was cheap, but I should have had the old nature rub. I should have had the old nature rub. I should have had the old nature rub first, shouldn't I? Should have stuck it in the fridge, because it does say serve between 6 and 10 degrees. Well, this is more like 20 degrees, so yeah, not its finest hour, I don't think. But there you are. Enjoy session IPA from Green King called Level Head. Yeah, I don't mind some of them, Sean, to be fair. Some of the stronger ones are quite nice. I'm trying to think of an IPA. Isn't Proper Job an IPA? Not sure, but that's quite nice. It's an Austral Brewery Proper Job. We need multi to fill us in, really. Someone fix your keyboard typos. That's good to see you about, Sean. Good to see you, mate. We haven't seen you for ages. A lot of people keep asking about you, but there you are, look, in the flesh. Well, on the keyboard anyway. A Patreon's pint. Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, where were we? So we've got the caps done last week. We've done some zapping. Let's just turn the desoldering tool on. I've been a little bit busy this morning. Let me just show you what I've been up to. So I've stuck in that missing cover. So I've pinched one off another board, but also put in the missing upstand for the transistor. So I've got one of those in there now. So we're looking good. This, I've been scratching my head with this. This is one of the reasons why I've been a bit late. I was messing about with this and I didn't realise what the time was. I looked up at the clock and it's 1:30 and I hadn't had lunch, so it's been a bit of a mental rush because I've taken the socket out, which was this thing. Now this is just a stereo jack. It's not anything fancy. It's not really a power socket as such. But I want to be able to connect batteries. But I'm aware I've got a big hole in here and a big hole in the side of the radio that says center pin negative, which I believe it looks like it is. It's either been robbed off of another Hacker radio, but it certainly is a Hacker power supply. So what I've done, I've dug out one of these, which is a sort of correct power supply jack, and that fits the what size is it? It's these things, this sort of size. So it fits these sort of power jack plugs like that. It's got 3 terminals as well, so it's we can use it to switch the batteries in and out, which is my intention, is to run the positive cable through this. It's center pin negative, so the negative is common. So I should be able to wire it up with that. So I've just got to either find, either got to rob another radio to get the jack, to get the loom, or I'm going to make a power supply. So I don't know what the dogs are barking at, but Mrs. Cruncher's at work, so if they continue, I'll have to go and let them out. I suspect what they've seen is a neighbour's cat. So anyway, that's what I've been doing this morning. I'll say I've soldered that one in and done those. I've also cleaned up the board underneath, because it was a bit ropey, a bit rough where they'd done the soldering, so I've cleaned all the board, got all the old flux and that off. Also gave the top plate, a top plate a wipe over, so that's looking nice. So it's all coming together quite nicely. Zoom you back out a bit then. It's all coming together quite nicely. So what we've got to do is we've got to repopulate this with the transistors that we took out and zapped last week. So, and then we got to plug it in to see if it's working still. So I've got the old desoldering monster on, because I've got a couple of these that got blocked ferrules. And you can't go walking around with a blocked ferrule, can you? I can't get into that one though, really, can I? Can I without burning anything? I need to. Could do with getting this out of the way, but I don't like taking them out because they're on like a big O-ring. Can I get in there? Come on, you can do it. Not quite. Yeah, I think that's got it. So what was it? It was that end one there, wasn't it? Typical. Yeah, that one just doesn't quite look like it's gone. Let's give it a bit of extra heat. You got to go get some dinner. We'll see you after lunch then, Rob. Yeah, that's looking good now. Yeah, all clear. Right, let's find the transistors then. I did put everything safely away, which, you know. But I put everything safely away, but not all together. So I've only got part of it here. So what have I done with all the screws and the transistors then? If they're not in there, they must be here. Right. Catch you soon, Rob. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any running anytime soon, Rob, but well done, mate. Let's catch up with the chat a minute. The bishop, yeah, the bishop won't be happy, will he? No, all the transistor zapping was done last week, wasn't it? We've done all 5 of them last week. One of them died. One of them died on the operating table, this one. This one died on the operating table, the one with the X on. that one died, unfortunately. It was working before. We zapped it and then it didn't work anymore. Okay. Right. Now I did number these, so I'm going to stick them back in the same place, obviously apart from one where we had the replacement, I think, which was number 2. So the legs are all a bit bent. Let's do a bit of leg straightening. So it saved us a bit of time today. So I think Mrs. Cruncher will be home about 5-ish, somewhere around there. Or does she finish at 5? I think she finishes at 5 actually, so... Was it 4? I can't remember. No, it can't be 5, it's got to be 4. I think she finishes at 4 today, so... I don't know if she's going to attempt walking the dogs in this, so... I still can't walk the dogs, unfortunately. I can walk with the dogs, but I can't walk them holding the lead still, which is a shame. But, you know. So, collector, ground, base, and emitter. Let's get rid of some of the solder on this. Gonna sit these down properly this time as well. Because they were up on stilts last time. It's more like it. You can see how much leg we got sticking out the holes here. Let's just straighten that one up a bit. Let's pull him through a bit further. There we go. That'll do nicely. That's number 3. Let's solder them in as we go, actually, because otherwise they'll get dislodged, I expect. As you can see, we've got quite a bit more leg sticking through the hole now. So I'm going to pop a little bit of flux on there because I do want the solder to flow right the way through. Make a good mechanical joint. Put the extractor on, Graham. I should remember for a change. I've got to push my new one through. And push the new through. Better. So I haven't got my eyes on, have I? That's that one done. I don't think the extractor was any good because it's way too far away. Well, that's number 3 in. Looking Looking very AF 1170. Nice. So that's AF115. That's the AF115. Oh, it was number 3 that was gone. Okay, because number 2 is here with my original number 2 written on it. It is good that they labelled the board shawl. It certainly helps. Right, where are we with this one then? Same orientation, collector shield base emitter. All lined up nicely in a row for us. A little bit of a stretch with this one because this is a replacement. So we'll try and sit them at the same sort of height. Because, you know, I'm a fussy old git, as you know. Right, all in. I can see the legs, but they're not sticking through the hole on this one, so definitely need to make sure we get this soldered up right. Got the extractor a bit closer now. Right, Sandra, I'll catch up with a chat in a second. Let's just get this one soldered up. I wonder how Don got on with his Herald that he was going to do. I don't know whether he was going to do it now or whether it was a future project. Right, let's catch up with a bit of the chat then, because we got Sandra just jumped in. You've been busy with your brother's car. What, you've been repairing it? Sandra, what goes on? You've been repairing it? Danish, how you doing, Paul? Didn't see you in there, mate. No, I went back a bit quick last time, I think. Well, I didn't go back quick. I think I had enough time off to rest me back up, but I went back in a bit heavy lifting again fairly early on, really. Let's hope so. Joe is neck deep into pot of Sumatran. What the hell's that? Hi Mike, how are you, mate? Andy Tobin, how are you, Andy? David Elric, hi David. Putting in a reversing camera, very nice, Sandra. Very nice. Right, where's number 3 then? This has got to be our number 3. So this is the replacement one, isn't it? This is the one that we zapped from Simon's World. Simon sent me a load of old transistors that he'd removed from radios, and I zapped one because they can be recycled. So don't throw away your old AF1145s, 6s, 7s, because you can still use them. Right, I'm going to watch the spacing on these because this one's spaced quite a way apart. and that'll do it. Let's get rid of some of the excess solder on the legs. Right, see if we can get that one in. This is the trickiest one to fit because it's right up in behind this cam. You can barely sort of see it underneath this. So let's make sure we're the right way round. Still got a bit of excess solder on there. Let's get rid of that. We'll stop it going in. Right, that way. I've done these before and soldered them all up. It hasn't worked, and I've found that I've missed one of the legs on this top one in particular, just not soldered. There we go. That's sort of sticking up the same as the others. I don't know if you can see it just there. And straight. Right, get that one soldered up. We're flying today, look. Again, just a bit of solder to make sure it flows nicely through. Didn't turn the extractor on. I think I was on that one. Well, that's those three in. All lined up in a row, looking rather nice, look. So we've kept its originality as well. Actually, there was one joint that was really dodgy. This one here from this diode. Got virtually no solder in that. So I'm just going to just flow that one. Factory joint, I think. I noticed that when I had the microscope out earlier. Better. Right, let's give that a bit of a clean off while it's still warm. Get rid of that off the board. A little bit knocking about. better. Right. And zoom you back out again, because we need to do this board next. This is the shortwave board. It's looking a bit mucky. Let's give it a bit of a clean to start with, and then we're starting from a fresh board then, aren't we? I think I'd already squirted the switches, didn't I? Sort of brown muck all over it, which is the original flux, which is a bit of a devil to get off. It will come off if you just keep at it with a good stiff brush. Give it a good stiff talking to. Not that you'll ever see it because it's in behind, but you know, that's not the point, is it? The other one is up here. You see a blue roll to dry it off. Well, not to dry it off because it evaporates, but you still get a flux left behind if you don't clean it off. There we go. Right, I'm up here with that. Fussy. It's too fussy, am I? Okay, right, let's see if we can wiggle this board around a bit so we can see where we are. So again, they have labelled it. Well, I can only see 3 there, the meter base. Something I can't see. Where's the other leg? 4 there. Ah, not sure which is which there. That's good, isn't it? That's a good start. We know which is emitter at base. Let me get my eyes on. Get some light on the situation. Yeah, shield and collector. Okay, and this was number 1. This one. This little hairy legged little thing. Number 1. So both of these had shorts, and the middle one on the IF board had shorts. The other 2 were alright. But I still zapped them anyway, and in zapping them I killed one of the ones that was alright. But I'd rather do that than not. You know what I mean? Right, just straighten these legs out a little bit, then we've got to get them on their troubles all over the board. So we've got collector and shield there. So I'm going to put a solder on those. This will be the last video on this one. I will at some stage be repadding it, so I will make a video on that. let's get that one soldered up. Ah, see that? I think he probably was a bit further off the board than that, because there's a lot of legs sticking through. Wasn't that much last time. Let's just move it up a little bit then. Right, soldered up time. Daniel, how you doing, mate? A makeup brush. Yeah, it's a very hard bristled brush, that. You buy them in a pack of 3, I think, from RS for about £5, so they're not expensive. Well, they weren't when I bought them. I got 2 here. I think there's another one floating about somewhere. But I suppose if you just get an old paintbrush and cut the bristles right down, so it's stubby, that'll do the same job. Afternoon, Dave. How are you, mate? Finalé. Yeah, well, you got to do it. Christoph's in. Hi, Christoph. You just picked up the 7 radios. Did you knock him down a little bit on price? I would have tickled it a little bit. Jess, how you doing, mate? Are you going to do Bluetooth on the radios in future? I don't know. We talked about that last week. I would do Bluetooth if I could do it without making any cosmetic changes, if you know what I mean, and still leaving the existing radio fine. Just catching up. Afternoon FM, how are you? Right, I think I might with a chat. Let's get some more Patreonists in. And, I'm very grateful for my Patreons and channel members, you know. It's helping out a lot at the moment, so don't think you go unnoticed. So cheers, everybody. Brett's in. Afternoon, Brett. Bit chilly everywhere. So zapping these transistors should last many years. I've not had one fail yet, although Rob is sort of telling me that a radio I restored from about 3 years ago has grown whiskers back. Well, I need to get it here and have a look, because I'm not convinced, but till I get them out and get them on the tester, I won't really know. But I'd be surprised if they've grown back. I know I've done one for Sean there, which I did must have been about 7 years ago, Sean. Your R707, and that one was zapped. I actually zapped the transistors in the module on that one, and it's still going strong, so we shall see. I can leave those, don't need to snip those off, I don't think, do I? Yeah, just in case. Long ones. Right, that's number 1 in. One more to go. Number 2. Come on down at number 2. This is the one with the fancy sleeves on. Why they put sleeves on this one and not the other one, I don't know. Seems a bit strange, but saying that, this one does go all over the shop. It drapes itself over the top of everything, so that's probably why they put the sleeves on it. Right, let's get rid of the solder. Right, let's see if we can fit this one, and this one's a tricky little monster. So again, it's a bit unusual. So one of them hasn't got a ferrule on it, unless I'm looking at it wrong. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in there and clean that up, because that's not looking good now. I don't know if my little brush will get in there. I'll try it, but gotta be careful here, because I don't want to get anything in the switch panel. I don't want to get anything in the tuning cap, which is right underneath here. Right, can I get in there? Very difficult to get in there. Don't even think I can get a cotton bud in there. Still going strong, the R707. Oh, yeah, I think that's all right then, Christoph. I think you've got some good radios there. I sort of got in there. Just trying to see the board markings. Problem is that so shield base emitter. That would mean that was the collector, but I can't. Hacker in their wisdom put some little wooden blocks underneath the radio, underneath the switch panel here. Move that up a fraction. Let me move it now. They probably glued that to the board then, haven't they? Yeah, they glued that one. Yeah, that's got to be the collector there, going to the oscillator. Okay, right, let's see if we can get this thing in. So collector is a white one, shield is black. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky. You never know, it might go dead easy. He says, go on, get in there. Get in there, you little sod. Where's me? It's all over the shop, this one. Get in there. Right, he's in. I think he's got to sort of sit sort of down like that, I think, somehow. I can't remember exactly how it's sat now. I'll have to look back at my pictures. Let's get it soldered in anyway, quick, before it decides to move again. A little bit of flux on each of these. Don't want to flood it with flux, I just want a little tiny bit to help it flow, really. Right, he's in. So I can't really remember how that one sat. Let's push it back in the radio and let's see. Yeah, I don't think it sat like that. I can't remember now whether it sat like that or whether it popped itself up. I don't like the case, it certainly wasn't touching that before. Looks a little bit better, but still. There's a little trimmer in there, which is going to be a bit tricky to get to if that is in the way. Maybe that's what that little bit of tape's there for. Can I get in there now? Yeah, I can get in there now. I reckon that'll be okay. Let's screw that board back in then. There wasn't any caps on that one, was there? No. Let's screw that board back in if I can find the screws a minute. Rolf, how you doing, mate? The bluish grey flat thing soldered to the winding of the shortwave ferrite. Is that a cap? Yes, it is. It's just a ceramic disc. A very old ceramic disc, actually. Right, let's have a think then. Which screws was it? Was it those two? With the little ickle tiny thingy-me-jiggeries? I believe so. I tell you what, we haven't. Did we do all the caps on the amp board? I can't remember now. I think we did, didn't we? I didn't do it originally. I did it to get it going. I hope I've done them all. I think I have. Okay, you have little tiny fingers to do this. There we are. Where's our cap in there? Where's our transistor? No, he's looking okay in there, look. Tucked away. I think that's okay. Let me just have a closer look. A little manipulation. Yeah, we're sort of touching the grounds anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. I can get my screwdriver in there. That's not shorted, no crossed legs anywhere. No, all good. Right. Well, I think we might be ready for a test. So I think here. It's not loose, is it? It's not loose. Have we got everything done as it should be? I think so. Let's get that out of the way. So we disconnected up last week for 18 volts, I think. No, I got that for 6 volts. So let's put that up to 18. That's ready to go. Get that off my head. Look like Halloween. I don't know if you can see my. Look at my head, look. This is one of the issues of that cheaper thing. Look, it's like I got sort of some Halloween thing going on in it with my head. It's got like a padded thing in there, inside there. And it leaves the impression in my head, look. Oh dear. It takes a while to go as well. It's my age. The old skin don't bounce back like it used to. Stubborn. I'm patient or stubborn. Oh, 707 working okay after 50 years. It's good going, isn't it? I sort of am fairly patient, and I certainly am stubborn. I don't like to give up on something. I've got it adjusted too tight. Well, you can still see I've still got the impression on my head. I don't think it's too tight. I think it'd be better off as like some microfiber or something like that instead of that plastic thing. I suppose you could take it apart and put something different on it, but yeah, the more expensive one has got like a strip of foam rubber on it. Yes, I didn't realise it until I went out shopping with Mrs. Cruncher the other day, and I'd been up here working on a radio and went to brush my hair in the mirror. I thought, what the hell's going on there? I sussed it was that. It was like someone had a bite at the top of my head. But yeah, I suppose you could take it all apart and slide that off and slide something different on. I think you'd have trouble now though, because it's all... Yeah, you probably could. But yeah, I don't think it's overly tight. Yeah, they're not as powerful, Joe. They're not as powerful. Crown of thorns. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, right, everything's off the table. We've got our power supply ready. We need our amplifier and our speaker, which I think is back in the base unit. Which it is, but I've just popped it the wrong way around for some reason. Let's get rid of that off the bench. And that. I also found a decent hinge for it as well. Well, it's not decent, but it's better than the one that's in there. So I've got rid of all the rust on that. Giving it a little bit of a polish, so that's looking quite nice. Let's put this the other way around. Don't think I need the desoldering tool now. Famous last words. No, I haven't done all the caps in the amplifier. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. So we've still got some more caps to do. Oh well. More capacitor bingo coming. I just want to sense check this though, because we've done the caps on the main board. Some of them were really bad. That's that. Let's just pull that one over this way. So it's shortcuts to each other. far in the hole. Wow. Can you hum? No RF. What goes on? Let's get the faceplate a minute, and let's hook radio 4 up, and then we'll have a poke around and see if we can find where our signal is. Where is our signal? It's just strange because we did get this working. So radio 4 should be sort of somewhere around about there on long wave. No, where is our signal? So there's nothing coming through to the nothing coming through to the one we're trying to say volume pot. So let's check the last stage of IF. You can sort of hear it there. Well, I can hear interference. Collector. Not really. Back. Well, we've got it on the second transistor.
Why are you caring about these? Over up here.
So where's it disappearing? Where is it disappearing? Is it this transistor's knackered? Or has putting that can on done something maybe? All these questions.
Well, home is this way, sirs.
You can't see what I'm doing, can you? That's something I've just sussed that out. You know, I'm a bit slow on the uptake, you know that. a bit slow on the uptake. So I'm just poking around the IF board. I'm just poking around the IF board here. See if I can get it. So this is TR2. This is TR1, so it goes 1, 2, and then this is the third one before it comes out into the volume pot. So you can see on the collector of this one, got a strong, nice strong signal. So it goes through this transformer, comes back out and goes into the base of this one. Can't hear anything. There's certainly nothing on the collector. So either we've still got shorts on this one, which I don't think so, or maybe there's a problem with this one, this transformer. Oh, just as well I got my bench power supply on limit, isn't it? Mustn't touch them to the chassis, Graham. Right. Right, let's just try that again. So let's go back a stage. Comes into that transformer. Doesn't appear to be coming out of that transformer. Which is really strange. So that should come down from that pin there, down to the base there. There's certainly nothing there. Okay, I don't think it's a transistor. I don't think it's a transistor. Let me see if we've got any voltages for the transistor. Let me see if we've got any voltages. Are the legs in the right holes? Yeah, pretty sure, Sean. Yeah. Collector shield, base emitter, definitely in the right holes. But I'm wondering whether this, because if you remember, the shield was off of this one here. There was no shield on that, and on the board they put someone scratched an X in it. Now, scratching an X into it sort of indicates that there's something wrong with it. So it might be that it's a dodgy IF transformer anyway, but they disconnected the shield, but nothing else. Let's have a look, see if we can find some voltages. Let's have a look. Hey Chris, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I've still got that. I can still see it. It's like I've got teeth marks on my head. Crown of thorns, as Sandra said. Right, let's find the service manual. I did have it. I've got one here somewhere. I did it last week, didn't I? I'm sure I had the service manual up. Microsoft Edge has been updated. Okay, thank you very much. History. We want the RP3031. Is this the one with the amendment for the Marine Herald? Okay, it should be the same. It's the same IF board. So have we got any transistor? Any transistor voltages? Come on, I'm sure we have. Yeah, yes, here we go. RF-IF panel, RP30, same thing. So we're looking for 7 volts on the collector, 1.05 on the base and 0.8 on the emitter. Roughly around those figures. If we haven't got that, then we need to see where it's gone. Pretty sure that is T3. Let's just look further down, see if there's a picture of the board. Don't know if there is a layout on this particular diagram. So P30, T1, T2, T3. T3 is definitely the one that goes out to the volume control. So signal obviously comes in from this one to the base. Which one's L6, Sam? Have we got a layout? L6. I see. Right, okay, so it comes in, signal comes in into the base, then it goes, well, we've got nothing on the base, so we've got this is L5, this is the one that didn't have the shield on it. We've certainly got a signal on the input of this. We can bump that up a bit for you. So this is the collector off of T2, which we know we've got a good signal. We've got a good signal there. On that pin, but it's not to say that any of this isn't not shorted, but open circuit, or this open circuit, because we should be getting it on that pin there, and we haven't got the signal on this pin. Coming up to the base, there's nothing there at all. Not a dicky bird. I ought to feed a sine wave in, really look at it with a scope, but I don't think we're at that stage yet. We need to just see if this is the problem or this is the problem. It's one of these two things for sure. It could be when I put my case back on. Maybe I've touched one of these components with the metal case on it. But let's see if we've got these voltages on T3. So let's go back to my voltage charts. Static volts RF panel. Don't need to worry about that at the moment, because we've definitely got an oscillator because I got the signal. So T3, 7 volts, a 1 volt, and just under 1 volt. So if you can remember that a minute, let's crack on. Let's get to it. Let's connect this back up. Let's try not to short anything out. Let's get that one up, that top end up there, out of the way. I think this is going to need a new volume pot, this one as well. I have got some that I had made by Bloor Edwards. I think I've still got 2 or 3 left. Cost me an arm and a leg they did, but I think this radio warrants it. It's worth it. Right, voltages. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Can we fix it? Who knows? Right. That's the collector. So let's find a ground. Collector, we should have 7 volts. We have no volts on the collector. Base, I think, was just over 1. No volts. An emitter, 0.8. So where's our 7 volts gone then? I'll say we haven't got our voltage on there either. Let's make sure I've got a decent ground. So if we check back the previous stage, let's try that one. That's a shield. Yeah. Not sure what's going on there. So we've lost our voltages. Why have we lost our voltage? Or is this one killing it? We've got no voltage on the collector there at all. Nothing. Let's just try a different ground. Let's go with the ground from the power supply a minute. It could be my leads, I suppose, but it can't be because we've got voltages, we've got decent voltages up on these. Something's wrong. It's almost like that's grounded. It's almost like that pin is grounded. The collector. Okay. Let's take that shield off a minute and see if that makes any difference. Yeah, exciting. Yeah, just check that, Sean. There's no voltage at the other end either. Let's have a quick look at that circuit again. Let's have a look where it's getting its voltage from. So our 7 volts is coming down here, so we need to check maybe at R12 as well. and the positive, well, and C24. Let's just check at R12, just make sure we've got voltage or 7 volts there, but we should have it sat there. Yeah, strange. Let's go back a little bit. R15. I mean, if that is not switching on, that transistor, no current's going to flow. So that would, but we haven't got any voltage on the emitter either. Let's check R12 a minute, just to be on the safe side. If we can find R12. If it's marked on the board, I didn't think about that, did I? Which is R12. R12 is this one here, down here. So that's where we're getting our voltage to our emitter from. Okay, that's here. Something's amiss here. It could be that transistor failed. So we should have 7 volts there. We've got 0.3. 4.7 up there, that capacitor. Coming down to there. 0.3. So we've got 4.7 that side of that resistor. And 0.3 the other side. So what value is that resistor then? Surely that's not got an open circuit. Joe, how are you, mate? Rewind that lamp for mains bulb, find a mains LED. You don't use Microsoft Edge, you're on a Mac. I have got a Mac, but unfortunately I can't get it. I can't connect it. Well, I could, but this software doesn't work on a Mac. Let's just get back to the circuit again. What size is that? A resistor, 680 ohms. So it's not like a big resistor, is it? Let's just measure it. Of course, we got the dodgy lead. So it should be 680 ohms according to that. How's the Leeds playing today? Are they going to play ball today? Roughly. So 680 ohms. 1.1k. It's got a bit high, but that's not going to cut it down that much, is it? That's not going to stop it working, I wouldn't have thought. That's quite high, actually, isn't it? I mean, it might be because it's in circuit. Let's whip it out and have a test of it out of circuit. Let's whip our 680 out for a test. Does seem a little bit of a coincidence, but where's my LCR meter? Give it a proper test. I don't think this is the issue, but I don't think it's helping the matter, but 1.2K instead of 680. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Have we got a 680 anywhere? Come in, 680. Where are you? 680. It's going to potentially be in there. Was 680 and not 860, wasn't it? I just double check. Let me have a look at the color codes. No, maybe I got that wrong. Let me just have a look. Yeah, 680 R12. Why are the color codes different than are mine in the wrong places? Because that is brown, black and red. That's not 680, is it? Strange. Brown, black and red is not 680. I'm sure it's not. Where's my little thingamy jiggy? My little wheel. Wheel. There he is. Brown, black and red is 1K. So we have a 1K resistor in that board, not a 680. I wonder why. Let's have a look. Have they done modification to it? Somewhere here there is usually a list of variations, and there it is there. Let's just zoom in on that bit. R12 was 1K. Okay, so they've changed it from 1K to 680. Wonder whether that gives it a little more gain. That explains it then. So that was changed in September 1964, so this must predate that. So that's not it then. I mean, I'll put the 680 back in. Let's let's do the update. Let's do the update. It's all good detective work, isn't it? It's a period looking resistor anyway. Let's not look at a place. So either there's a problem with that transformer or there's a problem with the transistor. So we certainly, well, we haven't got any voltages at the transistor, which seems very strange. Anybody got any ideas? Fire away. Why have we not got our voltages at our transistor? There's no current flowing. There's no current flowing. We haven't got 7 volts on that top row, we've only got 4 point something volts. So we haven't got 7 volts there. Why haven't we got 7 volts there? We've got a problem with R15. But then, see, we've only got 4 point something volts on T2, and I'm sure it was more than 4 on the collector of T2. Well, no, T2 is 4.7. But then, yeah, there's something not right there, because I'm sure on T2 I had 4 point something volts on the base as well. What is going on here? What is going on? We need to regroup here. Let's get a shot of that multimeter just in case that was causing some issues. We've definitely got 18 volts on the power supply. Both my leads are plugged in. Oh. On DC volts 20. Right, try a different meter, just, you know, just in case. So I have had problems with these leads. Let's connect that to a good ground point. Let's connect our power supply back up. There's something not right here somewhere. Stay there. Right, let's try that again then. So up here, we've got our collector. Shield, base. So what is going on here? Either they've made a right lash up with their voltages, or there's something amiss. Let's come back down here again then. So that's the collector, definitely. 0 volts, nothing. 3.8 volts one side of that. .34 the other. So we haven't got our voltage there. Am I reading this circuit the right way around? I keep popping stuff off here. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. So the collector is definitely there. So according to that, we should have on T2 collector 4.7 volts. Well, we haven't. We have not. We've got 1 volt. Definitely, that one's definitely in the right way. No volts on any of the cans, so you've not got any leakage through there. What is going on? Where's our 7-volt rail? Let's have a look up here. Let's see if we've got. So it looks like R15 2.7K drops it from. Potentially, I've just been speaking to myself for the last half an hour. Potentially. Because for some reason the stream just went right off. How strange. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Obviously, I didn't touch anything. I just went for a royal wee, and frozen. I don't know what time that was. How long have we been frozen for? So it's basically just I was just ohming out that that can. So I was just going from that can to these connectors, and I'm getting 0.09 of an ohm. So if I put it down to there, so that's from that side of the can. But when I looked at the circuit diagram, that side of the circuit is referenced to ground. Here. So this is where we are. So I've just tested from this dotted can, which is connected to ground on the board. I've just tested from that to these two connectors, and I've got continuity, but it is connected. Both of these pins are connected to ground via R11, so that I will be sort of referenced to ground there. So is that bleeding off some of the signal to dampen down this stage before it's re-amplified again? I don't know. Certainly we've got our signal here at this point, but we haven't got it at this point. Let's pop this can off and just see if it does do anything. I can't see it somehow, but you never know. Sucky suck tool. It's not going to come off now, is it? Come on. Right, that's off. Let's connect it to power again. Okay. So it needs to be round this way to get radio 4.
The first look since the pandemic hit leaves the world behind. Room on Alarm looks at the ways in which not just wealth, but proximity to it can corrupt. But first, Alan Hollingworth, whose novels From the Swimming Pool Library to the Spa Shelter Fair and the Booker-winning The Line of Duty have mapped a unique landscape of they desire, art, politics, class and industry. And his latest,
How is that stopping it?
followed Dave Wynne, a mixed-race child from 1960s public school through to his acting career.
What is going on?
2020. With intimate history.
What is going on? Right, let's have a closer look at this this can. Let's see what on earth is going on here. Why would that be shorting? Where are we? Where are we? There, we're there. What is that doing? Because it is now working, which is very strange. So that just sits over the top there. It's got this Kapton tape on it. That's very strange. Because, I mean, there's nothing inside. It's just an empty shell. It's just shielding for it. I wonder if I just rest it over, don't connect it to ground, see if it works then. Is it shorting something out? But then it's not going to be referenced to ground now, is it? Come on.
Political complexity. Actually, over the years that I was planning on writing the book, was I...
Right, so let's get a flying lead.
Of people of a different racial background and so on.
And connect.
The idea of the biracial person whose other racial identity or background is actually a rather unusual one. That's a more tactile way of doing it as well.
When we first met him, he's a so-called Tableau exhibitioner. This is a bursary to the public school papers funded by this billionaire businessman Mark Tableau. And the first chapter sees Dave as a teenager who had a and he carried that flavour of the genuine outside looking in, this theme kind of you've explored before. What draws you to writing about class division and the impact that has on the character?
It does seem to be a fascination of writing from the point of view of someone who is somewhat an outsider is that they move from one social...
Something's not right there somewhere.
They have a particularly acute eye and ear, which is necessary for the novelist, for the new world that they're entering. And it's sort of foibles, excitements, problems, but they bring with them a sense of the values and bearings from their own original background. And I think I must have thought right from the start that class is such an integral part of British experience. Dave wins this exhibition and moves into a...
What is going on here?
Probably not have entered otherwise.
Right, let's catch up with the chat. Apologies for the dropout. Hi, Andy.
Before it all goes tremendously wrong.
As things often do in novels. Mark and Carla.
Yeah, there is a little
Intermittent presences actually throughout Dave's life, not just
bit there that could potentially be rubbing.
I think I slightly idealised figures in a way, but I wanted them to be wealthy people, cultural benefactors of a leftish slant. I did toy with there being some Sackler-like scandal classic sort of...
Yeah, that's it there.
Figures of benign.
It's that wire there. If I touch that.
Offset by their son, Giles, who is Dave's contemporary at the school that he goes to, and who is someone who rebels against were generally left-wing and tilted back down to his parents, and moves as fast as he can to the right.
Well,
And in the end becomes a quite major story of card racing competition.
Yeah, well, there's an anger, a kind of appalled anger in your portrayal of Giles, I would say. He's so yes, he becomes a minister and a prominent Brexiteer. Was Brexit always a presence in the novel, or did it sort of force its way in as you were writing?
I think it was, yes. And I find it very hard to quite get back to the beginnings of the book always, because they seem to be the fruit of a crossing of all sorts of different things. And I certainly didn't want to write a Brexit novel, which was going in great detail to the issues around.
Thank you.
But I wanted it to inform the book in a way, yes. And the specific threats to the arts, of course, one aspect of the Brexit problem, which
okay.
I'd like to go back.
It looks like it could be that wire. Let's just double check that other wire a minute. Hang on. Let's check that other wire again.
Gone on holiday to a Devon seaside resort with his mother and a new, rather overwhelming friend of his mother called Esme Croft. When I saw myself
It's definitely
in
that
their
one.
chairs, or Mum stretched out perhaps at Esme's feet and ran away
Yeah.
in the liquid sun, embracing
It's that
and
little
exploring
blob.
my bare body. On the beach.
It's that little blob. So that's why someone left that can off, isn't it? That is why someone's left that can off. I don't know if you can see that little blob there, but it's almost like someone's reconnected or done a little solder joint just there, look, where my pointer is. Just there. I don't think I can get in any closer. Will it let me come a bit closer and focus still? What if I pull everything forward? Maybe. Will it focus? Yeah, just. Yeah, so can you see that there? That's where it's shorting. There's like a little bump there. And the tape's gone through it. But I think even if I tape it, it's highly likely to rub through that again. So I need to pull the tape back and just find out what that is. Whether someone has actually done a rough old solder job on something in there. I told you we'd get to the bottom of it. Let's unwrap a layer. Well, let's get the old eyes on again. Yeah, somebody's desoldered that, I think, and soldered it back on again. So we've got this little bump here. Yeah, I can see that or not, but yeah, someone has. Or is it just a blob of solder? Let me just touch it with a soldering iron a minute. See what happens. See if that wire is. It might just be a blob of solder on it, I suppose, from production. No, it's not been soldered back on. That's been like that forever then. What can we do to that? Because that's picofarads, that is. Just trying to see if we can tuck it maybe around that way a bit more, where it's not going to come into contact with the can as much, because yeah, that might do the job. Let's put a fresh bit of tape around there then. Get a bit of fresh tape around that. Ha! Cheers, Sean. So I thought someone had resoldered that, but they haven't. That's just what's happened is when they've made it, they've just kinked the wire, if you know what I mean. They've just, I don't know if you've ever dealt with fine wire, but if you twist it slightly, you can get like a little loop in it. If you pull the loop, you can get like a kink in it. So we've got a kink in that wire. I could try desoldering it from the base and redoing it all, but to be fair, that's more likely to disturb the transformer winding, so we don't want to do that. Let's just cut that back a little bit further. Let's put some fresh Captain tape over it. Captain. Oh, well that's one lot of Captain tape. Just decided to run away. Oh, there's some insulation tape. You can see why I need to move workshops, really. I do need a new workshop. If anybody's got a workshop, let me have it. Right, what sort of height do we need? That's too high, so it's going to be this one. It's sort of in between. It's in between both of those, but I don't know if I've got any more up there. It's an in-betweener size. Loads of other stuff cascading down. Yeah, it's an old imperial size, isn't it? I can't wrap it too much because the can won't fit back over it, so I'll have to just cut a slither of this off, won't I? I'm going to wrap this thicker stuff around, I think, and then just trim the top of it off. Is that a plan? Probably not. All my hard work there, I thought I'd done something wrong, put something in the wrong way round. People were blaming me for putting caps in the wrong way round. You've got no faith, have you? No faith at all. I think actually what I might do is just put this on the bench and just measure it up with the old stuff, because this is way too long. Just slice a bit of it off. Slice a bit of it off. So now I have a bit of tape that's virtually the same size. But the problem is I've got all these other things in the way, including my nice newly installed transistor, which we're going to need to bend out of the way. So we get our new wrapping tape around it. Everything's in the way. I didn't go around the corner very well because we got a resistor in the way as well. That's better, I think. Got a better transition around the corner that time, did we? I want to try and get a couple wraps around it if I can. I'm making this look a lot more difficult than it actually is. Right. There. What do you think? Like a new one? It's like a new one, isn't it? Dear, oh dear. Hey, Rob. Thank you very much, Rob. He won't let me reply because I didn't reply fast enough, Rob, but thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, that's a good call actually, Rich. The problem is it's got no clearance at all, this. So it's a really tight fit. I'm not even sure if this will go back over it now. Yeah, of course it will, Graham. Gotta have faith. Right, shall we, no, we need to connect it to ground, don't we, before, otherwise we're not going to know. So we need to just resolder it. We need to resolder it if it's going to focus on it. Yeah, go on then. The patronage is gone. We've got no room for anything here at the moment on the bench. Stuff's falling down from above. Oh, can that rain? I'm going to have to go and shut that back door that I've left open for the doggies because we're going to be absolutely drenched, house. Let's bend that one back up. My nice tidy transistors have all been bent around that. Let's see if that has done it then. Also be interesting to see if it's brought my voltages back up as well. Should be using the crop clips really. The downside using the hooking these rubbish things on. Right.
A teacher, and she's just sort of in search of the self, which I guess maybe we all are. And so we need
yes.
her when she's at this particular crossroads where
she lives.
Her work, which is how so many of us define our sense of ourselves and of our life, has sort of been a disappointment, and she has to determine who she is going to be.
So she has this job working for this billionaire who wants to give all, scare quotes around all, but give all his money away to good causes. A sort of turbocharged philanthropist. And this generates this kind of financial mania in Brooke. Is that from her proximity to this billionaire?
Let's have a look what we've got voltage-wise now at the collector then, because I say we're supposed to be seeing somewhere near 7 volts, but... Let's zoom back out again.
Which is so maddening and so fulfilling an experience of life that what happens is that you begin to understand
What am I doing here?
madness as almost rational.
What's going on here, Graham? What are you doing now, you fool? Is your meter dead? Are you on the wrong scale? I'm on 20 volts DC. DC volts. Ground. Nothing. 18. See, I've got 7 volts on the emitter, not the collector. I reckon that chart's wrong, you know. Nothing on the base. Nothing on the collector. That's bizarre. So the voltage is on the emitter, not the living collector. Yeah, they got that chart wrong. Just to even lash it up even more, the chart is totally wrong. Or am I looking at the amplifier? No, it definitely says IF. It's not measured the other way around, is it? It's not measured like that. No, I mean that's definitely saying that's wrong. It's got to be wrong, isn't it? I reckon they got that wrong backwards. It definitely says there collector on T3 7 volts. Well, I've got 7 volts on the emitter and next to nothing on the base and collector. Which, if we look at the circuit diagram, that's right, because the power is coming in via the emitter, isn't it? You know, that's the emitter, that's our 7 volt rail. Get off. And this is our 7 volts here coming in to the emitter, so that's where we should be seeing 7 volts. You know, we're not really going to be getting any voltage on that because that's what's carrying our signal through. So that transistor's amplifying the signal. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Interesting stuff. Thanks, Chris. All at sea with me, Marine Herald, PN. Kilroy, how you doing, mate? Woodworking and maker shop. How are you, mate? Good to see you in here. Right, well, it looks like we're in business. It's very, very much like hanging on by a thread at the moment. We've definitely got... a very scratchy volume pot, and I did squirt that last week and it cleared it, but it's come back, so I think we've got a worn pot there. I'll give it another go. Just disconnect the power a minute, we'll give it a few wiggles. I think we're going to need to be changing a 50k pot there. Try that again. Fine now.
She rejects, I think, the help of the kinship of pride, and she wants to see herself as a part. Wants to see herself.
Well, I think we've got ourselves a cracking radio here. We've got a beauty.
Can't draw too many conclusions from a single made-up person on the page, but I do think that's a particular tension that I hope will be legible to some of the readers who are black women. Now,
I'm trying to think how far we got with the amplifier. We want this to be the last one. We need to do those caps in the amplifier, I think. It's not drawing a huge amount of power. It sounds fine. It's going to need a little bit of a alignment because of the fact we've changed one of the IF transistors is different. So it would have been aligned with the old one, not the new one. But let's get the remaining caps done in that one, and then I think we're done-ish. Let's pop that back down over there somewhere. Our Marine Herald lives. Marine Boy. Anyone remember Marine Boy? It's going back a few years. Right, let's get the... Oh! Luckily there was not really any Patronus left in there. Patreonus. No Patreonus left in there. Just a little bit that's swimming around on the bench, but only a dribble. Because we need a refresh. I need a refresh after that. After that bit of head scratching and detective work. It's strange, isn't it? Because, I mean, it is sort of reference to ground, that side of it. I don't know. I mean, those of you that did all your electronics theory, etc., will probably know exactly what all that was all about. But I didn't do any of that. I didn't go to any electronics school. I just like playing about and tinkering with stuff. And the more you play about and tinker, the more you learn, and the better you get at playing about and tinkering, basically, isn't it? So I'm going in with the Purple Panther Liddell dark sleek and malted heatherwood. Doesn't say anything about Purple Panther anywhere on this, but on the shelves it does. You can see we've got a panther on there. Strange. Liddell. That's where we hang out. Right, so we didn't do all the caps in this. We've just done the ones that I thought would be the worst, which did turn out to be really bad, didn't they? I don't know if we lifted the legs of any of these to test them. I can't remember, so if anyone can remember whether we did try these, because there's another... How many more have we got to do in here? We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only got another 5 to do. But did I not do them because I ran out of some, or... I can't remember now. Let's get them done, shall we? Because I can remember I took out... Where's my little bag of bits? Yeah. No, the caps I threw away, actually. I threw the caps away. But they were dallies and all sorts of nastiness in here. So let's start with the hardest one first, which is that one there. And let's get recapping. What's Sean saying? A great giveaway radio. It would be amazing, Sean, wouldn't it? It'd be an amazing giveaway. I've noticed a lot of channels raffling stuff. I see quite a few channels now doing these raffle things. In fact, I've entered a couple myself, where someone's had something I thought, oh, actually, I would actually really like that. You pay something like 50p a ticket or £1 a ticket, and it gives you the chance to win something that's worth quite a lot of money. I ain't won nothing, mind you, but we could raffle it, couldn't we? That usually gives the creators a bit of income off of it as well. Because, I mean, this is a fairly valuable radio. It's a difficult one to put a price on, isn't it? But there ain't many of these about. This is only the second one I've seen. Right, this is a funny size again. This is an 80 microfarad. 80 microfarad. I have got some 82s somewhere. I think it's in this one. Probably going to get a big collapse again now. 8.2s. 8.2s. Oh. I'm sure I've got some 82 somewhere. What am I cracking up? Am I going barking mad? You've entered 5 cars and motorcycles. Sharpie, yes, you did. You missed a bit of detective work, Sharpie. We got there. We found the issue. But yeah, I suppose I would value the radio somewhere around about the 300 quid mark, to be honest. That's what I would be selling it for if I did ever sell it. But I mean, I was intending to totally 100% restore it near mint and keep it in my collection, which I keep getting rid of. So I haven't really got a collection as such at the moment. Well, I swear I had an 80-odd microfarad in here somewhere. Yeah, I did. I'm not cracking up. I'm not cracking up. I've got some 82s here. What voltage is that one? 25 volts. What's these small ones here? 35 volts. There we are. What's the bet this has got more than one of those in it? I just want to leave that one on the top ground, don't we? See, I've entered one recently with a channel called Tasty Classics. I don't know if anybody follows that chap. Very entertaining car channel. He's actually raffling off an old Triumph Vitesse that he picked up. I think he picked it up. Well, I think he'd done some sort of deal. He didn't pay a lot for it, I don't think. But I thought, you know, I'll have a go at that. The problem is, I don't know if I got it, what would I do with it? Where would I park it and how would I restore it? I don't know. It's but I've entered it, you know? It's addictive, isn't it? That's the problem. Right. So yeah, it might be something that we could try. Maybe let it run for a couple months and do the draw at Christmas or something like that. I don't know. You have to let me know your thoughts. Right, what else have we got here? What is... that one's the next most difficult one to get at, so let's do that one first. Always do the hardest ones first and the rest of it becomes easy, doesn't it? It's plain sailing from there on. That's always my mantra with work, really. When I was an engineer, you always do the hardest part first and then the day gets easier. Get the hard part out of the way. Right, is this marked on the board? This is what we've got to make sure. Yes, it is. Not only is it marked on the board, is it marked correctly on the board, which it is. So what have we got here then? We've got 25 microfarad. 25. I've got to put my caps on the bottom now, haven't I? So I'm going to stick a 22 in there probably. So I've got a choice of a 22. He says, looking for a 22. Why can't I see 22? .2. 25, 220. I swear I had some 22s. Yes, I have. Oh, they're massive. Oh no, I've got some smaller ones. That is on back there, a 22. I pulled one out here the other day. I'm messing about doing something with it. No, that's a 2.2. Okay. I'm talking to myself, just ignore me. Right, now I did see that 22 there somewhere, didn't I? Hello. That's strange. Oh, I see. Right, yeah, okay. That's a bit of a strange marking on that one. Yeah, film it, Sean. We haven't seen a video from you for ages, mate. So we've got some capacitor bingo coming up shortly. How's that one look? How's that one looking? He's okay. He's a bit smaller than the old one. Okay, next one. Be interesting to see what these are like, because I think these are old sort of Phillips type caps with the metal bodies, a little bit of clear. What is this one then? This is a 40. Some weird sizes in there. So we want a 47. And we've got a 47 there with plenty of those. Let's put one of our nice ones in. Is he straight? He's not straight. He's straighter than all the other caps there, but not what I like to call straight. We've got another 80, so I think I seem to think the later boards had 100 microfarads in, but I'm going to put an 82 back in. Let's keep it the same value. So, got another 80, and of course that's down there now. 25 volts. So the little tiny ones are 35 volts, I believe, aren't they? Yeah. Capacitor bingo is mounting. One left to do. We got a 5 to guess at. It does like the arse ends come out of this one. Just bending the legs just to protect the boards, because they do bend them at a fair old angle. What's this one then? 64. Another weird size. So I think we need a 68 for that. They do those in axials. Yeah. 68. It says balance in it. Board's a little bit greasy there. Let's clean it while it's out the way. Right, positive there. That way. That one didn't seem to flow very well. Let's have a quick look at that. I think there might be a dodgy track there. If so, we'll bridge that one. Let's have a look. Oh, he's alright. Right. That is all of them done. So we will give it another test in a minute, but first of all, we've got everybody's favourite capacitor bingo. It's time. Eyes down. Top up with some Purple Panther. Let's go down out the way. Let's catch up with the chat a minute first. Let's catch up with the chat first. You're in that one for the Triumph, Sean, are you? Yeah, definitely. For £1. Love the Sinclair action. Oh yeah, the old ZX. There's more to come on that because it died, didn't it? So I've bought another U2 chip for it. So Sharpie, that'll be back on the bench soon. Welcome back, Aaron. I'm just trying to catch up. Solving quantum entanglement. How many radios can you listen to at one time, raffle it? Yeah. He is good, isn't he? Another money pit, Graham, resist. Yeah. It's an old Triumph Vitesse, I remember them when I was a youngster. I think the Hillman Imp and the Triumph Herald were out at the same time. I think they brought a stiletto out, didn't they? I think it was the Imp stiletto, and obviously Triumph had the Vitesse, which was a 2-litre, which is a nice bit of kit. Don't tell everybody, I know. It is the 2-litre Vitesse, Daniel. And Bugatti Chiron, 304 mile an hour. I don't need speed. I don't need speed now. I need comfort. I need something that's like you're driving along in an armchair, you know? You can't feel any bumps. Glides around corners. Bit of power if you need it. Aston Martin, yeah. Just catching up. The green Triumph is yours, Sean, is it? Well, if I win it, I'll sell it to you, mate. How about that? Back from walking to the post box. You take it, everybody's been watching Tasty Classics. I don't know, it's a good channel, Brett, isn't it? He's growing fast. And there's another one I've been watching as well, which he's really good. Is Not Economically Viable. Nino, very, very good chap. In fact, I entered the raffle for his Audi RS6. Look, didn't win that either. But you've got to be in it to win it, though, haven't you? To be fair. No PayPal option. I don't know. How did I enter then? Yeah, it's called Raffle, isn't it? RAFFALL, I think, something like that. You're going to win Cat Bingo, you reckon, Sean, do you? £2 super chat for the loser. This was a little bit unique though, because it has got the very low trawler band on it. There's not that many radios that have got those bands. I suppose if you pick up like the Grundig satellites and that, they've got it, but none of your mainstream sort of Roberts and Hackers and that had that band. So I don't think this was probably that popular a radio back in the day, unless you're an ocean-going person. No, I've got the top panel now, Sharpie, so I've managed to get that sorted, because the German seller was an absolute nightmare. He sent it to me in a jiffy bag, a very thin aluminium top, which obviously it was bowed when I got it. So he said send it to the English guy, same company, but apparently it's not the same company. Sent it to him and he swapped it for me, but it arrived to him damaged. But I sent it to you in the packaging that it was sent to me from Germany in. I said, so you need to be speaking to the German guy, not me. So yeah, I've just got the still not found. I've got it now. It took me a while. A Singer Chamois Sport. Triumph Herald, Singer Chamois. Afternoon, Bill. How are you, mate? Because someone's got to win it, Aaron, and if it don't cost you a lot, then just go for it. 105 mile an hour sewing machine. It was the fastest imp. Martin, how are you, mate? Rocket propelled Reliant Robin. I've been in a souped up Reliant Robin, and I can tell you now. But it wasn't a Robin, it was a Regal, I think. Three-wheeler thing, and I've been in one of them things doing 70 mile an hour, and I was, you know, I needed a new change of underwear when I got out of the thing. Jesus, I never went in it again. But he was a mechanic that owned it, and he'd done something to it. I don't know what he'd done to it, but it went like the clappers. Right, okay, we're deviating, aren't we? Let's get the capacitor bingo underway. But as I say, let me know in the comments if you think it would be a good idea to raffle this off. I mean, there's not that many of us, is there really? So the odds should be quite good, I'd have thought. Save me advertising it. I know someone that would probably almost certainly have it if it was up for grabs. So let's try the 80s first then. So we've got an 80 at 25 volts. 80 microfarads, 25 volts. And I think these are Philips or some sort of thing like that. They're sort of silver with a plastic film over them. 80. Pardon me, and I've got two of these. Let's turn that desoldering tool off. No, I don't need that on. I don't need the soldering on. I know, Bob, but you know, long as I sort of cover my costs on it, I don't really, I ain't bothered. As I say, it'll be recovered. So it's been badly covered at the moment, but it'll be recovered properly with new padding, and it'll be like brand new. It will be like brand new. I don't know. It's only an idea. I mean, if you don't think it's a pointless waste of time, then there's no point in me bothering. Just in time, Martin, yeah. Sitting with the cat on your lap like Dr. No, wouldn't it? On James Bond? Or was it, what was he called? Dear. I can't remember now. We get the thing with mini me in it. I can't remember that. I mean, Austin Powers. Austin Powers, that's it. How are we doing then? 80 microfarads. Are we all done? Are we all done? Welcome back, Rob. 80 microfarads. Have you had a go, Rob? Come on. The peak standoff is knackered. I managed to drop it and broke the top off of it there. But I will one day when I got room for my 3D printer that I bought at Christmas. I bought myself a very nice resin 3D printer for Christmas, and I literally have got nowhere to set it up. I had plans to set it up. I knew where I was going to put it. But it's one of those things because they are quite a smelly, quite chemically smell thing. It's not very healthy to breathe it in. So you need ventilation really. So I need a bit of space to put it up. So I need to redesign this whole room to do it. So it's fun and games. Dr. Evil. There you go. Thunderball. Thunderball was the one with the guy with the cat on his lap, was it? Is Rob going to have a guess or not? No? You just want the Knight Rider car, don't you? Everyone wants the Knight Rider car. Right, I'm going to push a button. I'm going to push a button. Rob's not materialised, so let's push it. 92, not bad. Only 12 over. Who had 92 then? Let's go back up through. We got a 90. We got a 93 from Martin. A 93 from Martin so far. A 93 from Mr. Man Cave Workshop. ESR2, it's 0.3. $91. Hang on, 93 is closer because it's 92.5. Rich. So it's Martin and Sean combined. It's Martin and Sean combined. Who was the furthest out? It was Timothy, was it? 147.5. Oh dear. Okay, well, we got another one. What do we reckon the next one's going to be? Another 80. Is it going to be the same? Let's have a guess then. Another 80 going in. Just going to say hello to Mrs. Cruncher a minute. Mrs. Cruncher just arrived, so keep guessing. 80 microfarads. Right, I'm back. How we doing? How are we doing? No one's going for the 93 again then, or 92. We're around the 90s now. Yeah, we need some fresh decorations this year. So Mrs. Cruncher's saying that all the decks that she's been using are really getting a little bit threadbare now, so we need a refresh on the Christmas decks. So I think we need a GoFundMe to decorate the Cruncher's room, the Cruncher's grotto. Need a GoFundMe for the Cruncher's grotto. I think we need to go to Poundland and see what we can find there, because I do like tacky decorations. I love them. The tackier the better for me. Mrs. Cruncher hates tacky things. She don't like the tacky decorations, but I think they're great. Give me tacky any day of the week. She would never have Penguin in the house if it weren't for me. She wouldn't allow Penguin. But he's there. He's waiting. He's up there. Can hear him tapping on the floor sometimes, saying, come on, it's nearly ready. Even bought 2 beers for the advent calendar as well. 2 beers I bought yesterday for the advent calendar. How are we doing then? We nearly there? You're getting a bit threadbare. I know the feeling, Brett. I know the feeling. I'm trying to think where the cutoff was. Okay, yeah, I think Sharpie was the first in with the 88.6 in the second round. Let's do it. Are we all done? Let's do it. Oh, that one's jumped up a little bit. 96.89, so nearly 97. We got 97.1 for Sean. We got 97.1. Have we got anyone closer than that? That's pretty close, Sean. Unless we got a 97, we got a 98. Oh, you're gonna have to do some maths now because Ken's got 98. And Aaron's got 95. Hang on, I'm just going down through. But Tammy's got 97.3. Oh, you're going to have to do some maths. I mean, some of you maths people. Is Sean, is it 97.1? Yeah. Did you win the last one, Sean, or was it? It was more. Yeah, you did. He's done the double. He's only done the double. He's got insider information, I reckon. Didn't get the ESR though. No, you didn't. That's a shame. Yeah, that could have been big money if you got the ESR as well, Sean. Right, let's do this next one then. This is a 64, but this is unusual because it's got like a whacking great dent in it at the bottom, and that wasn't me taking it out. And it looks to have swollen up a little bit, so there might be some clues there. We've got a dent and it's a bit swollen. A bit like my stomach, really. Right, okay, 64. 64, come on down. Eyes down looking. Sean's going with the ESR as well. 0.3. Don't know. I think ESR could be higher on this one. I would have my own guess, really, didn't I? But you know, Thanks for the line, Martin. I think we're all thinking it's not going to be too bad. Martin's gone pretty high with 99. I don't know. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Bill's gone with 85. Got some 87s. Rob's gone 95. 61.2. We're going decimal places now, as I like it. Resistor bingo. What we could do, Aaron. We don't pull that many resistors, that's the only thing. The only time we tend to pull resistors is on these amp boards, to be fair, and when I get round to doing the quiescent current on this thing and the midpoint voltage, we could be looking at playing with some of those then. But yes, such a shame that someone's decided to have a go at this radio. But I say that it's good that I can personally sort it out, because I don't think there's that many people that could actually resurrect this radio and make it like new, because of the fact it needs repadding. So you need a donor radio to get the vinyl from, and the plastic trim, which I don't know. It looks like they painted the plastic trim. I think they painted the plastic trim to make it look whiter. And then they've stuck it on, so the paint's reacted with the glue, and it's just slimed all over the place. It's nasty. But it won't be. Right, how are we doing? Beer percent bingo. You'd win that, Martin, that's fair. Now, Christoph would probably win that over in Belgium, isn't it? We're still going. HFE bingo. Oh dear. Resistance is futile. I think that's meant as a joke, Aaron. Resistance is futile. Star Trek. It's Star Trek. I knew I'd heard it from somewhere. A Spock, wasn't it? How are we doing then? We ready for it? Are we ready for the press? Is Sean going to do the triple? He's gone lower than 64, which is interesting. He's gone low. It could be low. You never know. Oh, it's not. Oh, that was high. 95. Rob's radio channel has got 95. You can't get any closer than that, really. It's 95.06. Gotta be Rob then, isn't it? Got to be Rob. Just noticed that YouTube have got rid of the nuisance heart thing. Humble pie on the bent cap. Thank you, Sean. The bent cap. So yeah, he's gone high. That is Rob's radio channel. Has he done a hit and run? Has he just put that in and then done a runner out the room? Or is he there? Right, okay. So that one was a bit dodgy, that, wasn't it? Strange, that squashed bit in it. It looks like someone's grabbed it old. I don't know. It's a bit strange, that. Okay, and the next is a 40. We have a 40 next. Again, similar, not damaged. There's no guts hanging out the bottom of this one. Could be a good cap. You see what I mean by this one though? You could see the like packer that goes in the bottom. I don't know if it's a rubber bung or a bit of cork or something, but it's certainly on its way out the bottom of the cap. So yeah, that one was definitely going to be dodgy. Definitely going to be dodgy. Yeah, I mean, I turned it off, so maybe it's because I turned it off. No, reactions are on. Oh. Oh, no, they've put it on the bottom bar. So you can still do it, but it's on the bar beside the like super chat and the engage with your audience. What's that button then? Start a Q&A. Start a poll. Let's start a poll then as well. I don't know how that works, but I've put a poll up there. That it's still there, but it's actually attached to the bottom taskbar, if you know what I mean. So I've got an engage with audience button, which you won't have. So I've just put that that poll on there. So you've got on the bottom, you've got like your emojis, you've got your super chat button, you've got, I don't think you've got that one, and then you've got your reaction buttons on the bottom. How are we doing then? I'll tell you, that poll thing has made my computer go into overload. The fans have all kicked in. There must be lots of people thinking yes. %32 think no. What? I should keep it. Keep it for myself. £300 a ticket. Right, how are we doing with this one then? 40 microfarads. I'm trying to think where the cutoff was. I think the cutoff was with Bob at 52. So Bob started off with 52. Right, okay. I think we're probably nearly done then, aren't we? I know. Rich has come in with 49.7. Rolf's in 56. Chris should buy it. Yeah, that's why you put no, Chris, is it? You put no because you just want to buy it. Right, here we go. Well, that ain't that far off. 50.39. Who's got 50.39 then? Rob's got 50. Has he done the double? Oh, 50.4 Sharpie. Whoa, no way. Sharpie 50.4. He's 0.1 out. Can't be better than Sharpie. You did 0.1 out. I can't believe that. The Sharpie had 50.4 letters, 50.39. Wow, that is one of the closest I think we've ever had. I think someone did get one actually bang on once, didn't they? And our last one then, before we just test the radio, this is 25 at 25. Don't know whether I should have gone with a 33 on that one rather than a 22, you know, but 25 then. This one, yeah, looks sort of okay. $25 at 25. Turn that a little bit. So, well, wait, maybe blow the camera out then. .01. The Capacitor Whisperer Sharpie. Very good. Two decimal places, yeah, that is exceptional. 31.3. 27.81. Rich has gone this time. Oh dear. To the nearest two decimal places. See, Sharpie's gone late now, just so as no one else knows what he's gone for. He went late that time. So, no one can copy him because he knows. As I say, the pole is at the top there if you think I should raffle this radio off. Thanks to the Danish oil in your RP75. Yeah, it doesn't need too much, does it? It doesn't need to be overly glossy, really. A couple coats. Stop, go on, my shout. Stop, go on. Stop, go on. You can't stop and go on. Stop and go. Hi Harvey, nasty cold. Oh dear. Bingo choice. Oh, you want me to have a go? What is it? 25. I reckon it's gonna be 34.35. How about that? 34.35 for me. Oh, Martin's 34.7. We're close. Yeah, that VHF Herald was an amazing one, Chris. That was a great restoration as well. That was fully repadded. That had the works. Right, let's do it. Are we ready? Oh, 33.96. Hey, I'm close. I am close. 33.9, 34.3, 33.9. Hey, I'm pretty close. I got 34.7. I don't know. You're gonna have to do the maths on this for me, people. This is close. I'm in it. I'm in with a chance. Martin's 34.7. It was me, wasn't it? I think it was me. Whoa! Look at that. Well, you wanted me to take part. Look, I'm sorry if I've spoiled your fun by winning it myself, but that was the last one. Brilliant. Thanks, Dave. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It's me doing accents again. Mustn't do it, Graham. Right. Okay, it's time to get the chassis back in the room. Then connect it up to our newly recapped amplifier and see if it still works. So I've still got quite a lot to do on this radio, but I'm not going to bore you by pulling it out for a fourth episode, because really most of it now is going to be cosmetic stuff. I've got to do the quiescent current. I will try and video what I do to it. I think really to raffle it with its value, I suppose if half, well, it depends how many people see the video really and decide that they want to have a go, because value wise, as I say, got to be somewhere around about £300 mark. If 20 people enter at £1 a ticket, I'm going to be well out of pocket, aren't I? But, you know, it could be the Christmas raffle, couldn't it? I don't know. It's a little way away yet. I've got so many repairs in that I've got backing up. I put myself a whiteboard up there because I'm starting to lose track of what I've got in and what I haven't got in. I've got the inductors in for that Sony AN1 antenna that I'm doing, and John has also sent me the outdoor piece to test, because I think there's a transistor potentially or a FET gone in that. Right, let's hope that it still works. Fire in the hole.
I suppose, stush gal serving face, the fingers rasping trumpets, no
Hellish loud.
leaders, the wide-eyed outsiders lucky enough to get an invite. The crystal orbs of her eyes would scan the ebb and flow of community spirit. Her ears, blade sharp, could hear the scorpion hiss of a smart whip, which of course was banned at the wickedest. Anyone caught with one would incur a 1-year ban. Her final...
See, I'm sure I sprayed these pots, you know. Unless I'm cracking up, I'm pretty sure I sprayed these pots last time. In fact, I'm sure I did, but, you know, let's give them some more. I might be getting it confused with another radio because the bass and treble are not sounding right. They're not Well, they are sounding right, but there's no range to them. It's either all on or all off, if you know what I mean. Alright, so let's turn them fully off to start with then.
Tell me about that where it's got two O's in it. Like
Yeah.
So what is shubs?
Shubs or shabeen, depending on
That's
the
better.
origin of the word.
Shabeen.
Yeah, which essentially is just a party. Its origins, I would say its origins are from...
Hello? What are you doing now, you crazy radio?
I was thinking about Lana being a party giver. I love the idea that you throw a party.
The amp was shorting out on that bit there. Jesus.
I'm wondering about my guests, and I'm not much of a party thrower. I'm not much of a party goer these days. But so, Toby, are you a party thrower or a party goer?
I think I'm a goer. Yeah.
Goer, yeah.
Maybe my dad used to say a bit of a goer, but I don't think that he meant it about me.
Roger, are you a party thrower or a party goer, would you say?
Bro, these days I'm a dishwasher, you know. I'm cleaning plates, listening to radio, you know. I'm not hitting much going point in time. You know.
What about you?
Yeah.
Children's parties?
Children's parties, yeah. Party leave it earlier.
That's got some volume on that. Right, I think we need to get Derek's transmitter rigged up a minute and give it some stick. Let's put something through it that we can actually hear and tune into. What have we got on this one? A 700. Okay, this is the medium wave transmitter, or modulator as it's called. So if you haven't got one of these, you need one, because this is going to allow us to play a signal from our computer into the radio. I think we need to 3D print some sort of what's that then? I'll tell you what, this thing just it wants to play with me, doesn't it? This is what it wants. It wants to play with me, this radio. It's doing everything it can to give me stick. It's shorting itself out. It's doing everything.
On its way into the foot. Miss says South London boys don't dance. Did you know if South Youth is born, the leader of the community comes to the house, and after the procedure is done, there'll be no more of him below the knees. And when he opens his eyes, he'll find a new set of wings on his back. So you see the other boys dancing, centaurs trotting, and they say, South Youths don't dance. Point up to the murmuration.
Right, okay, that's that in. We need a battery.
The usual word is always there to help us through and just to, I don't know, send us a bit down a wonderful garden path. That word murmuration at the end is so beautiful, so apt and so unexpected. It's really fantastic. I think we should, I'm going to get some more parts.
We've draped that over the medium wave antenna. Let's switch to medium wave. Sounds like it's about there. It's asking me what device did I plug in. So we want, that's going to be our headphone, isn't it? So we need to play something now. What we're going to play, let's find the YouTube music library, shall we? Or should we just play a YouTube video? YouTube audio library. I've got to go into studio for that, I believe. YouTube studio. Actually, no, we can play stuff on here, can't we? Have we got Amazon Music set up here somewhere? Yeah. Captain Pugwash. You'd like to have a shortwave modulator. So I think we said some of the classical music was good, didn't we? You know what? Podcasts. Let's do a bit of what? Something like Mozart. Bit of Mozart. Oh, Mozart one. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The Magic Flute, how about that? Are we going to get done for the Magic Flute? No, I don't know, I might have to alter my volume settings. What's my volume set at here? That sounds shocking, doesn't it? What is the EDM version? That sounds shockingly bad. Get that off. Oh my. Stop there for some reason. Why have you stopped, you crazy thing? I don't know if we're overloading the radio or the computer here. No, this computer's bonkers. What's going on with it? I don't know why it keeps cutting it off. Everyone's going to go for their cigars now. Halloween radio. It's got some volume, I can tell you that. It sounds amazing though, doesn't it? Brat, you bad toad. Martin's off. Cheers, Martin. Overture. There's nothing wrong with the radio. Flight of the Bumblebee. Dance to the Sugar Plum Fairy. Here we go. Flight of the Bumblebee. Some classics, isn't it? Certainly working. Christ. tell you what, it is it's only drawing 40 milliamps as well. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think so. We can't play Greek music, can we? No, we get in trouble for that. Will you? Are you asking me if you will, or? I'm not sure, Rob, but thank you for the super chat, mate. So there we are. There we are. We are working. The radio is working. It's all good. I need to do the quiescent current, midpoint voltage. I need to repad it. I need to polish the dial plate. I need to do lots of things to it, but electronically it is now pretty much sorted. So all done. Yeah, 75, 76 quid, Sean. That's a good offer, but close, but no cigar. I think there may not be, Bob. It could be way out though. It could be a battery drainer. That's what you've got to look at, I suppose. Then it's not, is it? Because I can see it's only doing 40 milliamps. You put it with AI generated movie. Ah. So that's it for today, people. Hope you've enjoyed that. It's been fun. We got it working, even though it gave us the runaround. It wasn't very nice to me, that radio today, was it? But we did get there in the end, which is good. So as I say, I've got further work to do on it. I will video it when I do it, so you'll catch it at some stage. Smashing plates. Yeah, cheers everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you next Sunday, if not before. So bye for now.